Obviously, the other day we had the press conference for Errol Spence and Kell Brook. In regards to that fight, people see this as Brook maybe taking a risk because Errol Spence is maybe one of the rising stars of the division. What made him take this decision? Because he could have vacated and gone up.
He had decisions to vacate the belt and go to 154. He just didn't want to do it. You know, he says, I don't duck fighters. I believe I can make welterweight okay. And I don't want to be the guy who swerved Errol Spence. I think it's admirable. You know, I said, look, there's probably a bigger fight for you at 154, an easier fight. So I don't want an easier fight. Everyone's saying Errol Spence will beat me. I don't believe he will. I want to fight him. I asked him 5 or 6 times, and every time he told me, no, we want Spence. And people have also got to realise, they're talking about Kell Brook like, you know, he ain't Leonard Bundu, he ain't Chris Algieri. He's a big, strong welterweight that hits very hard. Let's see how Errol Spence responds when he gets one on the button off Kell Brook. We don't know. It's never been tested, never been hit, never been in with a puncher.
Every time Brook's name gets mentioned, Amir Khan's name gets mentioned, obviously there was talks, and they both tweeted that the fight was going to happen. It's broken down for whatever reason. What's your reaction towards the fight breaking down?
It was never happening, was it? I mean, you know, I know they'd agreed terms if this mysterious pot of money arose, but it was never arising. So, you know, it's a PR disaster for them. I think Amir's going to have a warm-up fight now at the end of April or early May against someone no one wants to see. And maybe he gets the Pacquiao fight later in the year, but certainly not on April the 28th or 29th. He should have boxed Kell Brook, but that's history. Kell Brook beats Errol Spence. He's the main man in the 147-pound division, so, you know, I don't think we'll necessarily even be looking at Amir Khan if he can get the win. People should be admiring Kell Brook, that he's actually wanting to take the toughest fights out there. Not the biggest paydays out there, the toughest fights out there. He's going to get well paid, but he could have got more money to fight a weaker opposition.
Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.